like, and subscribe.
Hey, what up, what up, what up, what up? How's everybody doing? Let's see. There we go. Why is stream lagging? Why is stream lagging? What is going on here? Hold up. This is annoying. Okay, looks good now, I think. Yeah, I'm doing alright. Bit nervous now that stream seems to be laggy. Not sure why, but it seems fine now. And no, I'm not having issues with TCB because I knew it was gonna happen because the official dropped just now. So people are probably gonna be reading both the official and TCB. So I opened TCB like 2 hours ago just in case. So for me, it's all ready and set to go. I've got, let's see. I've got the Manga Plus app on my iPad right next to me, so when we get to the emu reveal, I will be... Hey, let's see. Oh my god. Right. What have they done with this app? Holy shit. It's garbage. Anyway, I'll just let the Manga Plus app load the page. But yeah, to those who haven't, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. This is going to be a long one. It's going to be a very long stream. Just going to take my sweet time and discuss the entire chapter, which is something that I didn't manage to do properly last stream because there was so much going on. So we're just going to start with the cover page. Just dissect every single panel all the way to the end. So, and of course, I was told to not read the chapter title. It makes sense why, but this one, not the worst. Emu descending is not the spoiler, but I guess a confirmation of Emu being the one Nerona Emu that Ivankov talked about. That would have been a spoiler-ish thing, but not that big. This one is Oda has had worse titles than this. We have a cover page with Ace, Yamato, and a bunch of pigs, and Otama. And that is Otama carrying a Sriracha flag. Jolly Roger. Nice. Cover request by Naoyama. Wants to travel. Ace, Otama, and Yamato taking boar piglets on a field trip to the wetlands. Okay, fair enough. Okay, let's get into this shit. Great Emu, did I hear you correctly? So I think now that we're redoing the whole chapter, this has got to be like just a black blob, nothing else. Yo, Usida, how you doing, man? Hold up. But yeah, this form of emu, that's gotta be just a black blob. I don't think this is a silhouette anymore. I think this is just how it looks, and in a way of like what is left of emu in this form. Because chances are emu's using this form to, I guess, conserve energy for one reason or another. But we'll get to that towards the end of the chapter. The crown makes think it's something more, maybe, but I don't see. Like, if there's more to this, why didn't Oda just show it already? Seems a bit odd. But I have a oh my god, I have a take on this whole thing, so we'll get to that when we get there. When we get to the final page. The Holy Land, Mary Joie. Room of Authority. Surely you don't intend to actually visit Elbaf by yourself. Please reconsider. For you to descend to the lower realm. Do you know what the sound effect is? This sound effect, I think it's a sort of a hold up. I think that's supposed to be like some sort of heartbeat, I think. Because it's three similar characters, and then this final one. And I recognize it from JoJo's. Well, they do this a lot. And I think that's supposed to be like some sort of like intense sound. Menacing? Yeah, probably. Oh, what up, Lucas? Welcome to the stream. So yeah, we start off with the Room of Authority, and we see 4 out of 5 elders. And I watched Grandlight Review's video on it, and he made a good point, because Oda is essentially showcasing that Garling is still essentially an outsider compared to the other 4. Because even though Garling is now officially a Gorosei, a elder, he doesn't fully belong yet. I think I think they still consider him a sort of an outsider, or he considers himself an outsider, and I think this is Oda's way to showcase that. I like how the Gorosei don't want Imu to go down to the lower world, like if it affects their Imu's power. I don't think it's Imu's power necessarily. It has to do with Imu's body, I think. Yo, Willa Dreams, welcome. And of course, guys, make sure to
Like and subscribe.
do not forget. And then he walks in. This is no time for idleness. How long can the Holy Land possibly be defended under these conditions? Oh my god. So I did it last chapter already, but I actually did praise Garling for this. Because whatever the Gorosei have been doing for like the past years, centuries even, that shit did not seem to be working. At least not in this current generation. The idleness has been nothing but a hindrance for them. Hold up. Okay, we back. Sorry, first read through the chapter almost. Oh yeah, it's yeah, it's getting close to 2K right now, which is dope. Like the views coming pretty delayed because the live viewers were nothing impressive. People saying Garling might be having a backup plan against Imu. Wait, against Imu? How does he plan to do that? Once you are under the Deep Sea Covenant, you're fucked. You have no other option than to just obey. Even Harold could not stop it. What up, Shinho Wang, welcome to the stream. Crazy name. Garling, don't. Yeah, I doubt he's saying he would reveal is giving Garling way too much credence. Way too much credence. If he did, he would have followed Shanks' path. I also saw people saying Blackbeard could also steal Emu's power. It depends, because my take is that Emu does not have a devil fruit. At least not a conventional devil fruit that we know of. So I'm not sure if Blackbeard's fruit would be compatible with Emu's powers. But Blackbeard has chosen that fruit for a reason. Shamrock's return seems to have helped quell matters, but we were arrogant to think we could easily stop the lower realm dwellers from using starvation tactics against us. What good are leaders who can't even keep their own troops fed? Hold up. So I got the official translation right here. And in this panel, Shamrock says, with Shamrock's return, it seems the situation is quelled, but the lower world's plan to starve us still continues. Dignity and power will not fill our stomachs. What can we do on our own? Okay, so that alone is already drastically different. That is drastically different. Holy shit. What can we do on our own? Huh. And the reason why I don't have the Viz translation opened up in on screen is because it's region blocked. Like Viz, the Viz website does not work in my country. Oh yeah, I see you're asking it, but yeah, I cannot put them on, so I have to use it on my iPad for sadly. TCB or Viz? I think Viz, and at least for this specific panel, I think this one is more accurate. Because to me, this was weird. Like, feels a bit out of place. Like, he's talking about their troops. Yeah, Viz is a region blocked in my country. I cannot... maybe they changed. I can give it a try. Viz... Because I can only use the website for buying physical copies. Yeah, I can only buy physical copies. Oh my god. Unless there's another website. One Piece. Yeah, no, it's doesn't work for me. And the app that I'm using on my iPad, I cannot it's for app. Oh my god, it's for tablets only. For tablets and mobile only, so I can't use it on PC. Shueisha manga website. Oh, hold up. No, I've tried this before. Okay, so that's the Manga Plus website, but this should not work because I've tried this before, unless they changed it. Okay, hella slow for some reason. Oh shit. Oh shit, it's working. Oh, okay, so this is new. This did not used to work because this ratio website would not work for me at all. Okay, fair enough. You can't access earlier chapters because then you have to download it. Yeah, the download is what doesn't. Yeah, so downloading the app does not work. I do have it. I even pay for it. I paid for the app so I can access earlier chapters. Use horizontal. I don't get. Oh, there it is. Okay. So yeah. So yeah, this panel is drastically different. It says, but the lower world's plan to starve us still continues. Dignity and power will not fill our stomachs. What can we do on our own? Just a moment. Oh yeah, I do pay for Manga Plus. It's like I think it's $3 a month. Yeah, no mentions of troops. So like, where does that come from in the TCB version? What we need right now is the military might to keep the rest of the world under our thumb. Also drastically different than what he says. Okay, not drastic. It's very different. Asserting global dominance, and then he just straight up says, keeping the world under our thumb. And then there's a former Navy headquarters. Huh. Okay. So for some reason, I've seen quite a bit of. I've seen a few chapter reactions from other content creators. For some reason, they thought Garling was referring to Sengoku or even Kong. But like, is he not just talking about the previous Marineford headquarters? Reopening that? And then there's the former Navy headquarters. It could be saying former Navy headquarters, Admiral, and Akainu is the attacker. Wait, what? No. Headquarters is not an admiral. Headquarters is the physical location. So the previous headquarters was Marineford, where the war took place. This headquarters does not refer to. When has headquarters ever referred to a person? Headquarters refers to the physical location, which now it's like the McDonald's headquarters with the McDonald's thing. This, no, they're referring to the location. I think they're thinking about reopening the previous, the old headquarters, and use that as a base too, to have both the Grand Line and Paradise under their watch. And then next panel, Garling. Garling, where's all the food? This isn't very celestial dragony. Of course. I warned you about this, York. The Holy Land is under a food shortage. And the one thing that can break the siege is the Mother Flame. If you want to live like a celestial dragon, then hurry up and produce energy for us. Okay, so how would the Mother Flame fix the food shortage? Because it's not a natural famine. They are under siege from the world, from the oh my god, I can talk again. They are under siege by the Revolutionary Army. The Revolutionary Army is stopping supply and food ships to go from going to Marie-Joie. Like, how would the Mother Flame fix that? Power the Vegapunk food machines? Yeah, but it's not like those food machines can just magically make food appear. It's not like they can make food out of thin air. I'm pretty sure they require ingredients. If they can actually make food, create food out of thin air, then that would be just batshit crazy. Maybe the food machine that Vegapunk invents needs power from Mother Flame. I mean, for sure, it's a source of energy, so it needs power to like be. It needs a source of energy to be powered up, but like it needs ingredients. I don't think it can just create food out of thin air. That make exponentially more than ingredients, but. Make. Okay, now I'm. Does anyone have the chapter number? Go that way. Neftari Cobra. Under siege. Heroes Offensive, Genius Dream, Will of Ahara. I think it's this one. Oh damn, the Blackbeard fight. The chapter with the food machines of Egghead. Yeah, which chapter was that? Oh, it's before this. It's before this. 1162. Okay, thanks. Because I don't hold up. Wait. Went to Island, okay. So they create some food. A hamburger, meal, and a drink came out. Who made it? You can touch it. So good. Okay, steak, omurice, tonkatsu, ramen, fried chicken, hot dog. Well, at least you appreciate my work. That's the unmanned cooking device. It can turn raw ingredients. It can turn raw ingredients into 1 of 500 unique dishes in under a minute. So it does not make food magically appear. It needs it needs ingredients. No, it is not a microwave oven. What up, mate of the century? So who was it that said that it just makes food magically appear? No, Chin, I need you to explain to me now. How did you come to the conclusion that they just make food appear out of thin air? I'm gonna need you to explain that shit to me. Because you did say it very confidently. And just going through the chapter alone debunks that. Mother can just give everlasting energy. Yeah, no, I get that. That's yes. But having the Mother Flame alone does not fix their food shortage. It does not stop the excuse me, it does not stop the siege. Unless the Mother Flame can actually make them use that weapon that they destroyed Lucia with and just deploy it endlessly. But that would cause like an insane amount of destruction. Maybe poor early translation? No, this is the official translation. Right now I'm reading the official. So it's very interesting that they think that having the Mother Flame would fix it, would fix the siege. Yeah, the food shortage, yeah, because it was in Egghead that... Oh, hold up. It was in Egghead that was revealed to us that the Revolutionary Army are targeting ships that's supplying Mary Joie with food. So any ship that takes supplies and food to Mary Joie gets taken down or gets intercepted by the revolutionaries. But the guy who claimed magical food creation, or what it... Yeah, but it's not magical food creation. It's a machine that needs ingredients to create food. It doesn't magically create food out of thin air. Maybe the Mother Flame would make a good counterattack. That's what I'm thinking. But but like the only thing I can think of is like the weapon that they use for against the Lucia. But such a insane weapon like that, it has to have some sort of cooldown, no? Even with the Mother Flame. Oh, okay. Fair. That wasn't part of the deal. Needless to say, your original form, Vegapunk, is one of the rebellious forces arrayed against us. Consider this a way for you to take responsibility for yourself. Okay, so this one's all fairly accurate. It's been one disaster after another, and it all started after the arrival of Nika. Is it coincidence or fate? And this part I did discuss during the chapter, and at least I was assuming that he's referring to Nika's arrival in Wano. However, what if it's not? What if he's referring to the original Nika? What if he's referring to one disaster after another, ever since the first Nika ever appeared? Could that be it? Because he's saying Nika, he's not saying Straw Hat Luffy or Straw Hat Pirates. He's blaming Nika himself, which is pretty interesting. The line hinting on Vegapunk's body in elbaf. This line hinting on the Vegapunk body in elbaf? You mean Lilith? No, I think he's referring to Stella, to Applehead's Vegapunk. He was the one who essentially rebelled. In the barely text, Mother Flame type thing is put into cities to make it work. Oh, the heart. Oh, what is? Oh my god, I'm blind. It's not only can I not read, I'm also just blind. Also, I thought you said barely text. No, in the hardly text, a Mother Flame type thing is put into cities to make it work and used to feed people. I think it was in the mural I think that was the ancient civilization. Because no other civilization, as far as we know, was as advanced as that ancient civilization. Even Egghead is not that advanced. Vegapunk just could not pull it off. But I think York maybe come up with we're using Mother Flame to create food. I'm not sure. I don't know about that. Because even these immortal guys, it seems like they do need food. The only way, yeah, the only thing I can think of is using the Mother Flame as a means to counterattack against the siege. That's the only thing that makes sense. The Vegapunk of 20 years ago, he was more rebellious. I mean, to this day, he was still studying the Void Century. You should not leave Pangaea Castle. Okay, so they're talking to Emu. We can send the Navy admirals from headquarters to elbaf. Whenever people prayed, Nika came. Exactly. That's why I think he's referring here to the first arrival of Nika ever. Which would be kind of dope if that's the case. We can send the Navy admirals from headquarters to elbaf. I did mention the problems with this. If they went with this in if they went with this instead of having Emu go there, there's problems with that. It can work, but there's problems. Yo, Jay, what up? We are just reading the entire chapter. Just rereading the entire chapter and dissecting everything. And right now we are discussing. I mean, the biggest point of contention is this. Hold up. This line. If you want to live like a celestial dragon, then hurry up and produce energy for us. So essentially, they're implying that the Mother Flame would like end the siege or like stop the food shortage. But yeah, let's talk about this. Because this can work, this plan, sending Navy admirals, but it has problems. Sending one admiral is not enough. One admiral is just a failure. Luffy alone is difficult to deal with as an admiral. So not only is Luffy there with his entire crew, Loki is there with 2 giant crews, and the entire 8th branch is ready to fight against the world government. So 1 admiral, not enough. 2 admirals, you might get something done. That's gonna be a difficult battle. 3 admirals, I think, would work. With 3 admirals, I think you can take down the entirety of elbaf, take down Luffy, take down Loki, take down all the Straw Hats. But that would mean sending your entire force to elbaf, and that would essentially leave the entire world unguarded. You only have vice admirals here and there, which is not going to be enough. Akainu not moving has asked from the desk. I mean, in all fairness, Akainu does want to. I think he just can't. That's interesting. Remember the mural where people carrying stuff which look like Spark Cloud in Enel's cover story as well? Yeah, I do remember that. I do remember that, yeah. And also, another problem with this plan, with sending admirals over there, how long is that going to take? Because that's a multiple week travel for the admirals. I mean, I guess Kizaru can fly, but I think that has to be limited. And sending Kizaru alone, he's just going to get his ass beat. No, just count the number of situations we're dealing with right now. There's too much going on. Then we should head into the field again. Okay, this made me laugh. Because what the fuck are they gonna do? They couldn't even take on the Straw Hats that had no intention to fight. All they were doing was just preparing to leave Egghead. Now you have the Straw Hats who are ready to fight. The Straw Hats with backup. The fuck are the 5 of you gonna do? Kizaru's injured? No, I mean, he's definitely recovered by now. If he's still injured from Egghead, couldn't even take down Dory. Exactly. This is no longer coincidence, Warkiri. Arrogance, sloth, detachment, pride, casteth away these. Oh, hold up, let me pull up. Because what does... Interesting. So, arrogance, idleness, negligence, and pride. And here he says arrogance, sloth, detachment, and pride. Now, the result of sloth and idleness is essentially the same, but it's more so how you get to the end result. So idleness is just, I guess, not caring. But sloth, that essentially just means laziness. Navy has sea prison battleship. Oh wait, hold up. Navy has sea prison battleships, so they can reach elbaf in a 10 period or so. But still, that's still too long. It's not like they have speedboats. It's still gonna take a long time to travel there. Like a 10-day period, the Straw should already be gone by then. Greenbow could manipulate Atom Tree, multiplying its. I've never thought about that, but I wonder how. That's actually a good one. How would Greenbow's Devil Fruit interact with the Atom Tree? I mean, we've seen Greenbow make plants grow, but we've never seen him take over plants. Greenbow got defeated by top 2 strongest? Who's top 2? Shanks? As you said, oh yeah, incompetent should also, yeah, that's also what I said. Incompetent should also be there. Specifically for the Gorosei, because they have whatever they keep doing, they're just incompetent as fuck. But Sloth, now for the Gorosei, I don't know which would be more appropriate. Would be Sloth or idleness? Because the result, like I said, between sloth and idleness, the result is essentially doing nothing. But sloth just means being lazy, and idleness is just, I guess, being too passive. Okay, so you're saying idleness is more appropriate. I guess I can agree with that. Although in terms of battle, Sloth would be more appropriate because we keep saying it, but the only one who can throw hands is Venus Juro. I'm assuming all of them are over 800 years. Why is Venus Juro the only one who learned to fight? You think there'd be plenty of time to train? But idleness, yeah, it is the most appropriate. All is preordained, and then his version it says, yeah, all this was inevitable. Okay, somewhat the same, unless they send Fujitora. I mean, like I said, one admiral is not going to be enough. Even if it's Akainu, sending Akainu there on his own with a ship, that's not going to be enough. Sloth definitely Jupiter because he didn't shit an egghead. Fair enough. That's fair. And he starts reminiscing of the people who thwarted him. Rocks Dizabek in their first encounter. Oh, hold up. Someone just rang the doorbell. Hold up. Be back in a moment. All right, we back. Sorry about that. My neighbor needed some help with my neighbor. So my downstairs oh my god, my downstairs neighbor has a bad back, so I need to help by lifting some stuff for my delivery. So yeah, we here. Let's see. All right. So where did we? Guys, how does stream look? Is it laggy? Everything fine? For some reason, hold up. Let me reload this. All good? Oh, wait. It's fine? Okay, good. You get kicked for some reason? That shouldn't be the case. I'm guessing you're on mobile? Have you tried? Is your app fully updated or? Anyway, so, all right, this is where we left off. So, Emu starts reminiscing of the good old days. His first interaction with Rox Dizabek. I will be back. And then the goat. You'll have to search the whole world. And the birth of Shirahoshi. It seems Neptune had a daughter. You see a very young Shanks. They stole the devil fruit? And Harold, what is an elbaf? Loki. We found out who the pirate captain is in the mist. The captain in the mist is. He is Loki, Harold's son. And then a flashback to. Standing there, proudly, half his face gone. Why we protected him? Who is it? Monkey D. Luffy. And who is that? Marshal D. Teach. So Emu considers all these people who have thwarted him in some way. Even Shanks, which is interesting. So like, what would Emu have done if he got the devil fruit? If he got the Nika fruit? What would he have done with it? Just hide it? Nothing else? Oh, and of course, King Cobra, Nefeltari D. Lilly, Joy Boy, and Davy Jones. Did it like the hat? Probably. Still you continue to torment Mu. Still you continue to torment Mu. Okay, this also, the way this is phrased, drastically different from this version. Because in this translation, it seems like Emu is like straight up on the brink of crying, because he's so tired of people thwarting him and making him suffer. But the official translation makes it seem more calm and collected. Huh. Do you guys... Okay, so without telling you... Okay, so I just noticed something. Do you guys notice something strange about this? About this section right here? Like this part that's on screen? Do you guys notice anything? If so, tell me what you guys notice. I'm not sure if it's anything significant. Maybe it's completely irrelevant, but it is interesting. Shirahoshi, no. Which, okay, the longer I think about it, there might actually be more to it. We first bound to before Gear 5? No. No. Well, give it another try. Is it... No, not the flowers. I'll give you guys one more try and then I'll tell you what I noticed. Okay, so... Fabulous hat? Nope. In this panel, still you continue to torment Mu. And then here it is... Oh, hold up. And then here it is, I desire Vivi. So why is Emu talking... Emu always talks in third person. Always referring to himself as Mu and talking in third person. Why, when it comes to Vivi, why does he say I? Why doesn't he say here, Mu desires Vivi? One of the strangest parts about Emu was his manner of speaking. Always referring to himself as Mu, referring to himself in third person, and always coming off very childish. And then suddenly here, just very casual, I desire Vivi. What does that mean? Is that do you guys think that's something significant, or is it just... Why is it Luffy's first bounty poster? It's not Luffy's first bounty poster. This is his first 1.5 bill poster. And this is during the Reverie. That was the latest poster of Luffy at the time. Yo, what up? RC, welcome back. It's probably a translation mistake, because previously it did say Mu desires Vivi. Wait, really? Okay. Okay, which... Jay, help me out here. Which chapter was that? Because I need to look that up. Mu is the hermit. I is the extrovert going... Okay. Okay. Oh, that is interesting. Which chapter would that be? I don't even remember when Emu said 1186? Oh, 1086? Let's see. During the Reverie... No, during the Reverie arc, he'd never mentioned Emu. We only saw Emu with the poster of Vivi. Mother Flame... Ah, okay. So here, right. Here it is, just retrieve... Damn, you were hella fast with that. Retrieve Vivi. So it's it's the same thing, but just worded completely differently. So this was during Egghead. During the Leloucia incident. Ah, okay, the TCB version says retrieve Vivi. Okay. But then interesting that the official makes a mistake like that. TCB start... Yeah, because I'm assuming a lot of people are reading the chapter right now. If you want... God damn it. Here's the link to the Shueisha website, where I'm reading from. Oh my god, stop that. Okay, I guess I just looked too much into that. Yeah, I definitely looked way too much into that. Oh, and someone apparently, or two people, dropped a sub. Whoever that was, thank you very much. Very much appreciated. Keep them coming. I desire Vivi. Okay, so I'm guessing this is just a Viz mistranslation. Fair enough. It all began long before this. Great Emu! And then the summoning circle with the pentagram appears. We see flames appearing. So, oh, appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, right, the pentagram appears. Something else that's very difficult to gauge. How big is this room? And how big is Emu in this room? Because this seems normal human size, right? Seven foot? Maybe. I mean, at least Emu doesn't seem like a giant here. That's what I'm going for. The Holy Land, I leave to thee. But great Emu, in the lower world you are. We do not have the right to stop the Great One. But still, if Great Emu leave this castle, no need to say it, we all know. It is by the Great One's design. None of us can prevent it. And it just disappears. And we see the rubble of whatever happened in Marijois. Elbaf, New World. Hadruden, Stansen. Western Village, the Sun World. Or the Sun Realm. Look at this. One of the demons are trying to put himself together. Again, so... Damn it, not again. And he's still alive? Look, it's like a magnet. It's crazy. It's scary. Not half. Okay, so yeah, she's That's honestly. You said your name was Gerd? I'll remember that. You better watch yourself, because I'll just personally see to it that you experience a miserable death, you wretch. We should look at this too. And then we see the metallic heart. A steel heart and something... Okay, so what... I definitely missed this. Not the heart itself, but this. It looks like there's a dial of some sort on the heart. I don't mean a Sky Island dial, but like some sort of meter or a gauge. It's on the heart. So not only is the heart metal, it's probably mechanical? Daddy Moo, please don't leave, I'm scared. If we destroy this, they won't be able to go back to normal? Now this is one... Like, this is honestly one of the strangest things. Because I think it's safe to assume that every Holy Knight has this. That whoever signs the Deep Sea Covenant, this is how they gain their immortality. But how... Like, Emu's ability to give them that... How does that... Why does that make their heart mechanical? And if it's not mechanical, why would they make it out of... Why would their heart turn into steel? Like, what does a mechanical heart or a steel heart have to do with regeneration? The shading? What about shading? Like, how? I don't get it. Because nothing about Emu's abilities is mechanical. Nothing about Emu's abilities has any steampunk-ish vibes or metal vibes or mechanical vibes. It's mostly similar to like witchcraft and magic. So this heart, like the heart specifically, feels very out of place. I'm sure we're gonna get an explanation fairly soon, like fairly fast at some point. It just feels so out of place. Summers giving us... Oh my god. Summers gives Love a bad name to stab his heart. Yeah, I mean... Zoro, make my day. Make my day. Do it. You learned how to cut steel way back in Alabasta, so show us if you still got it. Perhaps it can contain both Devil Fruit and Devil Possession. Covenant. Or he has 2 hearts. I have no idea. Because so far, Summers has shown to have only 1 Devil Fruit. Like, there's nothing indicating that he has 2 Devil Fruits, and whatever Emu has, like the regen factor, that's not a Devil Fruit. Wapple Metal. But still, even if it is Wapple Metal, let's say it's Wapple Metal, how does that tie? How does that like get created from Emu's fruits, or from Emu's powers? Because right now we're assuming, like, if that's the case, then Harold's heart, the moment he signed the covenant, his heart turned into that. And I guess it also adds up why Loki was able to kill him with that one last hit. Because he most likely, like with that final attack, he most likely like crushed the heart. Liquor iron ore? And also there's a gauge on it. Like that's so great. Like they say actual gauge on it. Like some sort of meter. By the Walrus Skull. Usopp, Brock, hang in there. They've got broken bones. Maybe I should cyborg. Okay. Okay, so the TCB version definitely has made it funnier. Like Frankie's solution, turning them into cyborgs. Like, perfect. Is that a clock? It's hard to tell. Either a clock or a gauge or a meter. Whatever it is, why is it on a heart? What, you think he just pulls out his heart to like check, like to see the time? I'm going to personally remember your name, Sanji, for revenge. Now say mine. Wait, what? Okay, that definitely wasn't in the... Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, so TCB's version is definitely better than this. You better remember mine. Like, now say mine is just... That's just weird. You didn't notice that they gave reaction to his comment? No, I did notice. I didn't notice, like, they were like, what? It's just his idea was just perfect. Some theorize covenants, though in reverse, he can't possess hearts already Delphi possessed. Doubt it. Is that the case? In terms of Covenant? I mean, most of the Holy Knights have Devil Fruits that we've seen so far. Mechanical Heart could tie in, maybe. Still weird. Is Goku's eyes cracking? No, I was watching King of Lightning stream earlier today, and someone mentioned that it was breaking, but no, that's not ice breaking. It's just how the ice looks. Why would Imu not know? Try Domi Mercy anyway. On Luffy and on Loki, you mean? Because the way I see it, Imu was... I don't think it has to do with Devil Fruits. I think it has to do with Luffy's Devil Fruit specifically, and Loki's. Because if you go to my previous streams, like all throughout elbaf, I've been saying Domi Reversi should not, on paper, should not work on Luffy. Simply because he has the Nika Devil Fruit, which is a direct counter to Imu. On Loki is interesting, because I did not think that Loki's powers have any connection to Imu in any way. But it seems like both Luffy and Loki's fruits are direct counters to Imu. And Imu did try Domi Reversing on them to check if they're the real thing or not. Because Imu was not... It's not like Imu was shocked and surprised when it didn't work. Because when it didn't work, Imu was like, ah, alright, so you guys... Alright, fair enough. Because Imu said, like, ah, as expected. That was Imu just making sure that they're the real thing. And not some sort of fakes. Okay, the Loki. Why is the school frozen? It's not. I merely sapped all the heat energy. It's like throwing a jab. You know it's not going to knock them up, but you should just try. But that's what Imu did. And it's not just... It's not to see that if it will... It's not to see, like... Like, it would have been a bigger surprise if it did work. Like, for Imu, if it did work on them, it would have been a bigger surprise. It's like the Holy Knights that put their body parts in barrels, like, of Lutefisk. I don't know what that is. School food's frozen solid. Don't even taste good. Gotta give some to Usopp and Brook. Not until we get back to normal. Does Buggy upscale? Oh, like the splitting? Fair enough. Hey Loki, that guy you froze. Is she dead? It's a flash breeze. It won't be fatal, but only this guy can melt the ice. Don't worry, they're not going anywhere. I like Ragnir. Ragnir's a cool dude. So I've also seen people speculating on the ice, saying that Ragnir can produce much colder ice. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think it's just magical ice. I don't think it's natural ice that he creates. I think in terms of temperature, I don't think it's colder than Aokiji's ice. It's just that there's a magic element to Ragnir's ice that it can be melted. So then we have Nami looking in the distance, some buzzing happening in the distance. Zeus still pissing rain on the forest. Do you guys think it might be the progenitor of Devil Fruits? Because I don't. Progenitor, you mean like the origins? Or like the creator? Because I think whatever Imu has, it's a power that existed before Devil Fruits. Isn't the squirrel's name Ratatoskr? Right? No, Ratatoskr is the squirrel from the legend. So like the squirrel that was with the God of War. That was Ratatoskr, and this is whatever this squirrel's name is. I don't think it's Ratatoskr. I don't think it's Ragnir, but I think that's the name just given to it because of the hammer. Because Ratatoskr in the flashback that we saw, he has like pointy ears. I think it's a different squirrel. Never melt ice like in Pokemon. Yes, something like that. Chippendale. And boom, out of nowhere. Nami. Shocked. Ain't that ain't just black smoke? So, another one. Doom, doom, doom. Look in the sky. Now, honestly, this Grand Line Review said it too, but this should have been a double spread. This as a double spread would have been so sick. Holy shit, I have 20 people watching right now. That's crazy. It's not even a reaction. If there's any people here watching for the first time and are expecting like a reaction out of me, I've read the chapter on Thursday, so I'm just doing a discussion stream right now. Black Flame? No, sure, there's black flames around it, but the pillars are not flames, I think. Sanji saying Nami small while Imu pulling up is insane. And in character. If Imu is like Evu, ate devil fruit and the devil took over him. We're gonna get to Imu when we get to that final panel. Because I do have some thoughts on it. But honestly, amazing panel. Such a shame that this isn't a double spread. Everyone, come quick. What's all the rumbling about? No, we're in... Ah, damn it. No, the TCB version was better. Where is it? Yeah, I'm right by your side, Nami-san. And then the music starts. And I want to make sure everyone knows this. These are not drums. These have text bubbles. So this is someone singing boom boom. And then the drums are happening in the background. Holy I just had a mini heart attack. I was so zoomed in. Don't know if you guys can see it, but there's like a split in the page. And I thought for a moment my screen was breaking. I was about to shit myself on screen because that's like a $300-400 screen. Monitor, I mean. I thought my monitor was breaking. DJ, no, the anime better cook the fuck out of this. Toei, hire the best musicians you know. Hire the best musicians you know. Just let him cook. Sing the song for it? I don't know what the rhythm is. DJ Moo. The pillars are like lightning. The sound effect shows. Is that the case? Which... Where's the sound effect for that? Cause if you're talking about this, that just says dawn. Cause that's what it says. Get Queen and Apu. Fuck Apu. Get Queen back. Queen would make a shot of this, and have him work together with Brooke. Man, that episode with Queen was insane. Honestly, one of the best episodes ever. Like that whole concert. The music's almost done. Let me restart. Come on. Same episode Luffy did Red Rock? No, wait, no. Red Rock is 10:15. The Queen episode was way before that. I know you can, but with this version that I have, it can't because I have ad blocker, and ad blocker just completely fucks up YouTube, so I have to do it manually every time. If I know the page just stops and it just takes ages to like, it just keeps reloading and reloading and reloading. So I have to do it manually. So yeah, the houses, they start singing. Dorororo, borororo. And I didn't pick up on this. Like this tree. Yeah, like it has little devil wings. And it was the tree I actually focused on the most because it kind of looks like Brook. Luffy did a crazy move in the beginning of the episode, and then after that, Queen show starts. Wait, really? I don't remember that. I just remember like the music portion. Now, I don't remember if I picked up on this during the reaction, but the flames actually take over the entire village. Not the entire branch, but the entire village. It's not the full... They didn't take over the full branch, which is interesting. And something that made me giggle. Like, you see how drastically different like this entrance is for Emu compared to other Covenant users. I'd like to think that Emu can just get summoned like the other Gorosei and like the Holy Knights. Like in the same way. But just chooses to do it like this. What about the next one on the right? The tree? You mean like Brook? Nah. Nah, I would say in the middle looks the most like Brook. This one does look like someone. I can't pinpoint who though. And boom! So in the previous panel we see the pentagram in the sky. And then I'm guessing... So do we read this as in like Emu came like crashing through the sky? Like with this big bolt came crashing through the sky and then like exploded inside? Because that's kind of how it reads, to be honest. Because it did crash the roof, I think. Ancient technique, the dramatic entrance, exactly. And also the pillars. The pillars and flames don't look as black anymore. They have a lighter shade. Now we see Colin and another kid passing out. Let's see one of the big giants passing out. That's the color of the Supreme King. Are the pillars black smoke? Yeah, they are. But I think Oden just chose to give them a lighter shade to like make the hockey pop out. Color Devil Trap Black Betrayal. Imu senses Zoro and releases his dark cover. Right. Did you stop the on-screen comments on purpose? Oh shit. Damn, good call. I didn't know. I didn't. I think it just crashed. Let me reset it. I didn't even notice. Fuck. Okay, now it's working again. I guess it just crashed for some reason. Thanks for letting me know. I didn't pick up on that. That's how teleportation works. Imu has pentagram in the sky as well. Wait, no. So for the Gorsen, when they appeared in Egghead, they came from the pentagram on the ground and they like came up. But for Imu, it seems like Imu came down crashing from the sky, right? It's not smoke that black lightning strike Marines or. Yeah, but this is different than what we saw in Egghead. In Egghead, it was actual like lightning, as we're seeing right now. The hockey streak's coming out. But like the pillars, those are smoke. I don't think those are the same. And yeah, they did. I mean, they said smoke, but there's more to it. He says that ain't just black smoke. So it is black smoke, but there's more to it. Was that from the castle? That's the same hockey from before. Inside Orist. Orist? Is that how the Viz calls it? That's the OS castle. Throne room. And Imu falls down. Now, there's a reason why I'm questioning what happened here. Because there's this meme thought going on in my head. That the reason why Imu is bleeding here, the reason why Imu falls down and starts bleeding, is because Imu came crashing from the sky, through the castle ceiling, like straight down, and kind of hurt himself. Kind of hurt himself in that entrance. If that's the case, perfect. Fall damage, exactly. Although this is more than fall. This is just straight up crashing damage. So then, hockey starts coming out. Now that's interesting because it does seem like there's a wing coming out of Imu, right? But there's no wings in the final form that we see in this chapter. Will Slime out Usopp? Nah. Imu has to get past Zoro first. Mark my words, next chapter, we're gonna see Zoro flying through the sky, 3 sword style, bandana on. Clashing with Emu. Definitely a wing. Okay, so you say it's a wing, but it's strange that there's no wing in the final page. Emu's a silly boy, exactly. So, the pillars are still there, the flames are still there. The houses still singing. Great one! You mean in person? Came to elbaf because of Usopp? I mean, you're saying that. I mean, everyone's saying that, of course. Yeah, everyone's saying that. But do we forget what happened afterwards? Emu realized that the real Nika and the real Nidhogg are there. So of course, Emu's gonna go there. Someone's up there, on top of the castle. Is the devil an angel who fell from the sky? Broken wing? I mentioned the wing for a reason. I'm gonna get to that. Hold on. So there we have him. Creator of the world government. One of the first. Power, the devil's fruit. Okay, so this version is also fruits. Interesting. One of the first 20. King of the world. Saint Nerona Emu. Alright. So. In the Emu panel, does it look like he's patting his head? It looks like he's going like this. Like, oh. As in, oh fuck, I really hurt my head going down that fucking castle. That's what's happening there. Emu's design is... It's art. It's gotta be... It might be the best design we've gotten from Oda. Oh, also, what up, Tama? Welcome to the stream. I don't think I've seen you before. Has anybody photoshopped the crown back on full reveal? I think I can do that. Hold up. Do it like that. Oh shit! Thanks for the sub, man. Tama. Hold up. Let me just adjust that. Appreciate it. Thank you. Where is it? Let me try again. So like that. All right. Now I'm gonna show off my artistic skills once again. Now, where's the doodlin? Now, make it black. Okay, good. Just like that. Color it. Oops. Like that. Now there we go. Now that's a king. Oh, that's perfect. That's fine. No, that's amazing. It looks even better. No, bring back the Oda. Bring back the crown. We need that shit. Oh, that's perfect. Nah, for the first time ever. I have improved one of Oda's designs. Perfection. No, I'm saving this. I'm saving this shit. Done. And that's King of the World, exactly. Hold up. Just a moment. Wait, did I lose it? God damn it, man. Fuck, it's gone. Not a Lunarian? Okay, so why do you think it's not a Lunarian? I mean, obviously he has no wings and he has no flame on his back. Those are the two counters that I can think of. But he does have what seems like to be white hair. And the skin color is... I mean, let's be... He looks like King. He straight up looks like King. Red skin like that... Yeah, that is the other option. I'm not... I would not be mad at that at all. That would actually be sick as fuck if he's actually like supposed to be the devil. If he actually straight up has the red skin, that would be dope. But wouldn't that be strange? Because Emu has red eyes, right? At least according to the anime and Oda's official color design. So he'd have red eyes and red skin, which is strange. What features are white hair, flames on the back, wings, and not like... Yes, that's... I already said that, Jay. That's the first thing I said. He doesn't have the wings, and there's no flames on the back. Those are the two counters against him being a Lunarian. However, the flames can be turned off by choice. And when it comes to flames, to the wings, it had me thinking just earlier today when I was doing groceries. It's so strange how... How do I say it? Usually when Straw Hats have a fight, when they fight their opponents, Oda usually has them beat their opponents. And that's about it. Nothing too crazy, like no decapitations, nothing like that. But why did Oda make Zoro like cut off King's wing? I know that's supposed to be metaphorical. Like cutting like the right like the wing of Kaido's, like one of Kaido's wings in a metaphorical sense. But still kind of strange. So do you think there might be a thing, there might be like a bigger meaning to like cutting off a Lunarian's wings? A Lunarian or hybrid may be a seraphim made by ancient kingdom, mixed races. Could be. What's the color? What was the other tail he has on the bottom? I'm gonna assume that's the tail that he used to kill King Cobra with. Evil may be maybe every race and none of the race at the same time, a living paradox. Could be. Probably got 3 eyes. You like, like some pudding shit? If that's the case, then that would like give that theory more credence that he's like multiple races, or like a mix. Robin did worse than Zoro in that arc. True, but that's Robin. That's what she's always done. Even with Spandam, she's done with Spandam. Whenever she fights, she's just breaking bones left and right, breaking necks, breaking spines. So for her, it's nothing crazy, and broken bones, in theory, can be fixed. Even though, in theory, what she does to her opponents should be death. I don't know, cutting off the wings is just, there might be more to it. Like maybe Oda did that on purpose. So like, there has to be purpose to it. That will pay off in the future. The black roof? I mean, that's just the color of the roof. Whenever an angel's wings makes them less divine, maybe Oda symbolically saying king as a fallen angel or the mortal one. Yes, but where I'm going with that is that if Imu is part Lunarian, is there a reason why he doesn't have wings? Maybe Oda's building something towards that. When Imu says it does sound like it does sound effect same will start, okay. When we grow like Enels. His hair is covering a scar from a young, fat Blackbeard or two eyes. Okay, so I have a theory when it comes to Imu. Why he's so obsessed with Vivi and Lily, and why they hate the Nefertari family so much, and why Imu is the sole king of the world, and not divided in between the descendants of the 20 kings. What if? Now, we don't see the total eyes. But what if each eye represents one of the 20 kings? And Lily is the one that got away and just completely foiled Imu's plans, or just their plans. What if the reason why Imu cannot like live in the lower realm is because of Lily? Maybe somehow, some way, I guess all 20 kings like merged into Imu to make him immortal. But like all of them were required, but Lily ran away. Would that be that crazy to say? And if that's the case, if each eye represents like one of the 20 kings, then we might be facing a war against each and every king from that time. Because during my reaction, I said that he might be able to create clones out of this. But no, let's take that further. What if he can just summon the 20 kings from the past? Although in this case, that it will be 18, minus Imu himself. And minus Lily. King used his wings to attack Zoro in his pterodactyl form, so Zoro assumed a sword weapon. I think that's too simplistic to think about. There has to be like a more symbolic meaning to it. I mean, there's the strategic aspect of it, like you said. Then there's the fallen angel aspect. There's the cutting down one of Kaido's wings aspect. Now, what if there's a fourth one to it? We cut the devil's wings off, especially the left wing. Sign of loss of power, subjugation, or separation from evil Kaido. And another... Okay, so here's an argument against Imu being... Hold up. So here's an argument against Imu being a Lunarian. If Imu is Lunarian, why did Imu let the world government experiment on King? Wouldn't Imu like just fully embrace King as one of his own? After whatever happened to the other Lunarians? Because the Lunarians used to live on top of the Red Line. They used to own that shit. Somehow, some ways, they got killed, and now the Celestial Dragons live there. But Emu, a Lunarian, living there among the people who killed the Lunarians? That would be the biggest counter-argument against Emu being a Lunarian. Emu used Opiopi to mean that's the main theory, but if that's the case, it doesn't seem so immortal to me, man. Unless the surgery was botched and he's dying anyway. Because I've had people say in chat on Thursday, yeah, they did the surgery on him, but now he needs a new host. But like, that's not immortality then. If he needs a new host every single time, then he's not immortal. That's not what immortality means. Emu might have been trying to achieve immortality, but he definitely did not succeed. Want a chicken wings? I mean, you do remember like King's final attack against Zoro, right? They experimented so he could infuse DNA or some power-related thing? Yes, but they could have done that like on Marijois. Like Emu could have taken King under his wing and was like, hey yo, we're gonna need some of your blood, just give us some. You think King would have said no to that? No, there's more to that. And the more I think about it in terms of like experimenting on King, it's giving me more and more reasons to believe that Emu is not a Lunarian. Or at least not a native Lunarian, if that makes sense. Maybe he's got some Lunarian in him, but that might not be his origins, though. Emu's god ascended to divinity, yes, as said in the mural. But that was not referring to Emu specifically, but to all the celestial dragons. Man rose to divinity. Both rose in terms of like physically to the grand line, but also to divinity, as in they became gods. Even Lucci was like referring to the celestial dragons as gods. Emu kicked out as exiled from Lunarians, maybe dishonored or hybrid, so he got his revenge and killed them, taking his land. Seems I guess. Doesn't fully add up though. You need a host, you are not immortal. If you need a host, no, straight up Orochimaru. Orochimaru was trying to reach immortality, but he needed to switch hosts every single time. Sure, Orochimaru was very difficult to kill, but he was not immortal. A type of mortality, not just youth. But he's still dying though. Like this does not look like someone who's this does not look like someone who's going to live for much longer just by going to the lower realm. Which makes me believe that this was not the Opiopi no Mi. This was a different attempt to immortality. Is he wearing the same elbaf pants as Usopp? Respect. Actually, well, people did notice the belt, like me, but yeah, the stripes are there. Mortality operation mentioned from Ivankov, who read that from a book called the Genesis. Genesis Errol states that immortality is a loss from sin, eating from the tree of knowledge, eating more devil fruits. Mortality versus invincibility. Immortal just means you won't die if nothing tries to kill you. I don't know. With the Opi no Mi, it seemed very cut and dry. There's not. You don't die from that shit. Well, Imu has many forms and powers because he does not have a devil fruit. Whatever Imu has, it's from before the time of devil fruits. And I would say devil fruits were created as a counter to Imu, at least an attempt. After Orochimaru died, he was resurrected using his curse mark. Well, because of that, he never technically died. He had means to like survive. So as long as there was like a bit of him living, he never died. Because yeah, he was very difficult to kill, but not immortal, like I said. Oh, fuck. I fucked up there. Hold up, what's that? Oh my god. What is going on? Okay, anyway. Only Usopp could rage bait a living god and make him at full good. I mean, don't go too hard for the memes. I know people are saying that, but like I said, after Usopp, he discovered that there's Nidhogg and Elbaf and Luffy's there, so. Gorsa being so worried about Imu leaving, yes, which implies that there's more there. He's very limited in what he can do, or at least what he can do in the lower realm. And he gets mortality, exactly. But hold up. Okay, I wanted to say something. Even the other kings were granted powers that were fruits from the Force God. So after they killed the sun, they gained immortality, divinity, but got greedy and got 8 more devil fruits. But that would have killed them, no? So they lost immortality? So you think they ate multiple devil fruits? And died? Naruto passed the fuck out if Wait, Naruto fans gassed the fuck out of Madara, but in 4th War he was able to do that because of reanimation. Infinite chakra reserves? I mean, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure Madara was able to do all of that even if he had limited chakra and was not. Like, Madara was not pushed to that level until the very end. Imu decompression sickness. Oh, right. Okay, but how do you guys feel about my theory, though? Are these the 20 kings? Because how sick would it be? Joy Boy fought a war against the 20 kings and presumably lost. How sick would it be if Luffy does the same? Also facing off against the 20 kings. Well, in this case, 19 kings, because obviously Alabasta was not part of it. Okay, so you say no shot. We shall see. We shall see. So it wouldn't be the first time where I made a outlandish statement and it came out to be true. Like with the hockey knot. I fucking called that shit and it came out. It was never shown before. But I just went out of my way to just go batshit with a theory and it came out. So I'm gonna go batshit crazy with this one. I'm okay. I'm gonna say it here. Today, Sunday, 5th of April. It is 7:30 in the evening. Each eye represents one of the 20 kings, and Emu can summon them. And we will have a war between the Straw Hats, his allies, and once again, the 20 kings minus the Nefeltari family. Mark my words. If I'm wrong, once again, I'll admit it, but if not, I'll have something to gloat about. Like the Souls in Father and Hohenheim, the Philosopher's Stones. Oh, Full Metal? Yeah, I have yet to read that still. And if you look at this, his attire looks. Yeah, that's been mentioned every single time. I did pick up on that, and everyone's mentioning it. So whatever that is, and also he's big as fuck. He is big as fuck. So this is not a normal rooftop. This is a giant rooftop. Look how big he looks just from that tower. Don't forget, Harold, Loki, and the other giants were fighting inside the castle. They were having an insane fight. The insides were damaged. The insides of the castle were just completely damaged. But because the castle was so big, the outside stayed intact. Look how big he is. So if he's got to be around Loki's size, right? Yo, oh, how sick would it be if he's around Loki's size, and then we have a hybrid form Loki facing off against Emu like that, while Luffy's recovering. Oh, that shit would be sick though. Eyes are windows to the soul. The soul kings might be with Emu. Yes, I think that might be possible. I don't say that just for reasons, but I think they did that in an attempt to give Emu like eternal life, but Emu required all 20 kings, and the reason why he's not immortal is because Lily ran away. So the immortality spell maybe never fully succeeded. So yes, he's able to live a long life, but without all 20 sovereigns, without all 20 kings, it's incomplete, and Emo is in the current state he is because of that. And I think he wants Vivi because so he can at least finish that surgery or that spell to finish that immortality and be at full power. How? Like, although how he got to that state, maybe they all cooperated, or he just absorbed them without their consent. Why is Emu chosen for? I was actually just getting to that. For that, I'm not sure. Maybe Emu is the only one who's able to do that, or Emu never gave them a choice and just did it without their consent. Where is Biblo and the books? Best chance is, I guess, the Heaven Realm. Then Biblo is an owl. He can fly. That would be, if he went to the Heaven Realm. I guess that would be a dope reason for us to go to the Heaven Realm. That would be actually sick. And Mosa, right? I mean, since Mosa is a ally, that might be something for like end of the arc stuff. It's either that or he wants to take her out for coffee and see where things go. Maybe Emu is adapting to the island he's on, so he's giant and dressed like. Oh, okay. That I'm not mad at that. Like his appearance changes on where he is. That'd be dope. Let's see. Hold up. And also, I didn't point it out, but like the hair, it has similarities with Luffy's Gear 5 hair. Obviously, it's a lot longer, but it does share similarities. And another aspect that I didn't fully grasp while I was during the reaction, for some reason, I kept referring to Emu as like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I don't know why it just gave me a Yu-Gi-Oh card vibe. Only to then afterwards realize, like, there's like, especially with this eye, it's definitely supposed to be like ancient Egyptian, right? Like, I'm not completely tripping. It has to be like inspired by like ancient Egypt, or at least to a certain extent. Like, I'm not familiar with ancient Egyptian mythology and Egyptian gods, but it has to be the case, right? If he's adapting to the islands, then I want to see him Kalabaka Island. Right. Feel like fevers run your nose. Allergic. Oh, that's not good. All right, you have a good one, and good night. Oh. Hmm. Oh. Okay, now. Okay, why is this even a thing? Interesting that the Oda box says King of the World and not God of the World. Well, yeah. I mean, we've never gotten a God of the World before, and we still don't know what the mural refers to when they say God. We still don't know what that actually means, like a literal God, or because hold on, because to me, it's still there's still a possibility that the God might just refer to a king. Like that would not be too crazy. Oh my fucking god! Tell you my theory once I finish it. Okay, fair. Like, what are we missing from this? We have to go back to the mural at some point, right? After after this conflict has been settled. But for now, I think that Uranus Emu has it. I mean, yeah, it's most likely the weapon that he used against Lelucia. It's not that crazy of a theory. The final rope poneglyph? Hmm. I mean, that I don't think they. I don't. If he has it, I don't think it's in like in Marijois. Seems a bit too dangerous if he has it there. Because if he has it there, that just increases the chances of having Marijois destroyed. Because think about it, the average pirate is not looking for the rope poneglyph because they're not gonna know about it. The pirates who do learn about the rope poneglyphs, they won't have. Most of them won't have the power to invade Marijois, which only leaves the pirates who are able to invade Marijois, which are the strongest of the strongest in the verse. So they would essentially have an open invitation for emperors to invade Marijois. Strategically, that shit makes no sense. But the Gorosei are not exactly known for being the most strategic. Did Imu take the spear from Muro Loki? Oh, you mean that spear? Maybe I don't know. Big Bad in the mural doesn't have a spear. I mean, also Luffy does not have a sword and shield, and we've seen different versions of Nika with a sword, one with a spear, one with a sword and spear, one with a shield and spear. I think. But no, we definitely have to go back to the mural after after this. After once we get rid of Emu. Now Emu has Uranus, which referred to as Arc Maxim, a ship, and Sabo refers to the thing flying above Lelucia. Uranus probably pitch black thing. Great big whirlpool. But hold up. There's only one weapon, one ancient weapon that is a ship, and that's Pluton. So what? Are there suddenly two ancient weapon ships? A sea ship and a sky ship? Pluton could be anything, bro. Pluton is literally said to be a warship. Frankie has seen the schematics. He asked Luffy if he could build the Pluton. Like he asked Luffy, "Yo, should I build the Pluton for you?" And Luffy was like, "Nah." The Pluton is a ship. We just don't know to what extent it is a ship. Wonder if Oda is referring to Legend of Two Kings, which each 20 kings under them. Cursed to fight forever without dying until chosen one Christian to stop them permanently. Wait, what? It's not confirmed? The blueprints Frankie was called an anti-Pluton, right? Um, no, no, not necessarily. So Pluton already exists as a warship, as far as we know. It's a ancient weapon that was built by humans, I think, and the blueprints still existed. And I think the reason why Frankie and Iceberg decided for it not to be allowed to be built is because it would just mean that people will be able to create stronger weapons than that. Skyship, Uranus, World Ship, Pluton, Sea Ship, Poseidon. Maybe. And I'm also not fully buying the fact that they're all actually weapons in a sense. They can be used as weapons, but Poseidon, with the powers that Poseidon has, sure, it's a powerful weapon, but I don't think its purpose is for it to be a weapon. I think it's just the fact that humans weaponize it. Plutonismal. Freya and the Brigsman. Brising. Necklace legends. Though far older, Odin makes Freya curse two kings and gets necklace back when they are stopped. Ancient weapons are terraforming machines. Yes, because that's not that crazy to assume. Because one of my theories, Poseidon. Like I think I said the last chapter or last during the last stream. I don't think Poseidon is only able to control Sea Kings. I think Poseidon can definitely do more. And I think the creation of the fuck of the calm belts are a result of Poseidon's powers. Like the calm belts might just straight up be created by Pluton in a fit of anger, during the Void Century. But the one thing that's out of place is Pluton, because Pluton is referred to as an actual warship, and we don't know. In terms of Uranus, we know absolutely nothing of what it could be. The only reference we have is the actual Uranus, which I think is the could be wrong with that, the Sky God or some shit. I like that the Nidhogg in the mural is kind of accurate but simplified because that is the one thing that is reasonable for the kids to know. Yeah, exactly. And it's also same with the Nika in the mural and the one we've seen from the nightmares. As some of the separate chat ships don't kill people, the people do. Well, yeah, I guess. Actual warship. Yes, Pluton has been referred to as a warship. I'm trying to look. I'm trying to look for the chapter. Okay, chapter 333. Wait, Okay, guess I'm being lied to again. Because we're supposed to have a revelation in... Which chapter would that be? Oh, fuck. Man, fuck. I swear, the AI overview is so fucking dog shit of Google. Just lying about certain chapters. I think the final weapon is an island made into a ship weapon kind. Well, like on some Thriller Bark shit? What in the actual fuck? Hello, Odachi sensei. I love, love, love Robin. However, there's one thing that concerns me. Robin has beautiful hands, and when she's using the flower fruits, beautiful hands will blossom, right? So if you were Harry, will using the power of the flower fruit produce really hairy hands? That'd be so gross, don't you think? Yes, just like this. And I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, that's it for the question corner. See you next volume. Okay. That's huh. Speaking of moles, let me say something. Bro, you're typing. I'm not interrupting you. You can just type and say what you want to say. You're saying it as if I'm interrupting you. Hmm. He's la la la. The samurai guy says that the ancient weapon is sleeping. Yeah. And I don't think ships sleep, but a mole does. Right, a mole underwater is sleeping. Fish sleep too. Cats sleep too. I got one cat sleeping right here. Elephants sleep too. Sleeping metaphorical? Could be. Could be metaphorical, could also be very literal. It could be a living thing. It could straight up be a living thing. A, Oh, is he Pluton as a mole? I mean, we'll see. We will see. There's a mole in the bottom of the sea. Where? All right. Um. I thought I'd have a lot more to discuss during this stream, but it feels like I've already covered pretty much everything. Okay, so okay, I'm not familiar with that one. I think I've covered pretty much everything I can cover for this chapter. You sleep too? Fair enough. I do every chapter live because I don't have time to record and edit and then upload. It takes way too much time. So just streaming is much shorter, more effective. I can interact directly. One poneglyph called the low poneglyph. Wait, called the low poneglyph, or is that all of them? Huh? Yeah, it's a low poneglyph in Wano. Emu cosplay is gonna be crazy. I mean, I don't know how you cosplay is this. You would need some hair, some very. You're gonna have to spend a lot of money in order to do that accurately. So, with all that spirits, I do see it. Triple the size of Emu, bro. Emu is crouching down. Sure, it's taller than Emu, but not 3 times the size. Emu is squatting down. Don't forget that. What's wrong with swordsman? Nah, fuck that. Sure, Emu might be skilled with the glaive, but I don't think at that level. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end stream here. I gotta make me some dinner. If I have some time, I might hop on Twitch again and play play the card game again, because I keep practicing. As for tomorrow, we got a Kagurabachi again, chapter 116, I think. Never doubt the cosplayers; they're crazy. Fair, although there's a lot of wacky cosplayers too. Wait, are there any Kagurabachi viewers on here right now? Because how would you guys feel about a very, very, very early chapter reaction tomorrow? Would that work for you or not? We should check the Garetsu story. What's the name again? Name of what? Wait, you mean Kagurabachi? Oh, that. Hmm. Yeah, because Kagurabachi has already dropped by now. I usually do streams on Monday, but tomorrow I got a day off, so I should be able to do a very early stream tomorrow. More interesting? Yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware. I'm not. I should do a separate stream for that. I'm not gonna do that as a afterthought on at the end of a stream, because I did the Enel backstory. I did the Enel cover story once, and that shit took me like almost 4 hours. So if I do the Gadatsu story, I got to do a separate stream for that. So I recommend it. It's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty damn good. Um, it's actually solid. And right now, the author is doing something very risky, which I really respect. Well, it's school tomorrow. Yeah, but we're in different time zones, so that's why I'm asking. I mean, if you want me to recommend something to read, Kingdom. Not even close. Read Kingdom. Oh, you live close? Fair enough, I guess. Yeah, if anyone wants a recommendation, it's long. It's like what it's over 800 chapters long, but holy fuck, what a series it is. The art is the art is absolutely phenomenal. The fights are intense. The story is amazing, and it's loosely based on actual accurate Chinese history. You can screenshot the emo with crown masterpiece from the VAR. No, I did screenshot it. But I just have to find. I did screenshot it. I just don't think it saved it for some reason. I don't know why. But I mean, I can recreate it. But yeah, look at this shit. Like this is Kingdom. Like this manga is absolute madness. If you're unfamiliar with it, it makes sense. It's very very unpopular in the West, or at least people are not familiar with it. But it is one of the biggest manga in Japan, and annually it's always in the top 10 most sold manga. Called Lao Bao, yes, but here's the thing: I don't know which character that is because the early chapters were translated with Chinese names, but after like 100 chapters, they switched to Japanese versions of the names, so I wouldn't know who Lao Bao is. So let me see. Lao Bao. Oh, I miss. Hmm. On his positive stare at the wall. No, it. No, Kingdom is. Wait, do you mean Lubu? Because his Japanese name is Kanki. Yeah, but it's a bit confusing because there's no official English translation. So the early chapters all have Chinese names. So all the characters have Chinese names, but there's a certain point all the names change into Japanese names. So it's gonna be a bit jarring and confusing at some point. But still 100% worth it. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. And speaking of Kingdom, I'm lagging a bit behind. So within 2 weeks, I might do a catch up stream for Kingdom. So to those interested and caught up to Kingdom, make sure to stop by and say hi. And I might hop on Twitch in an hour or two for One Piece, for the One Piece card game. Anyway, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.